How are you?
Good.
All right, Arish, let me know if you need anything. So go ahead and sit and enjoy.
Sit down. Okay. Karush, so have you played chess before?
Oh, what did you say?
Have you played chess before?
No, not
You
no.
played with your father, right?
Only sometimes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Wait a minute. Okay, first of all, can you tell me what is a chess game actually?
What did you say again?
Can you tell me what is a chess game? Can you define chess game? Okay, so no problem. I will tell you. Chess is actually a board game which is generally played between two players, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what is the main objective of the game? How you win a chess game? What you have to do in the
To do a check.
to do a checkmate, not check. You have to do a checkmate of the opponent's king, right?
Yeah.
Very good. So, do you know what is a checkmate?
Mint?
Yes.
No.
So, checkmate means to put the opponent's king under attack from which escape is not possible. Okay?
Now I know the checkmate.
Okay, so tell me what is a checkmate?
Checkmate is to capture the king, so the king could not go anywhere.
Yes. To trap the king, not to capture the king, to trap the king so that he cannot go anywhere, and that will be a checkmate. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me how many squares are on the chessboard?
How many squares?
How many boxes are on the chessboard?
How many boxes?
Yes. These are 64 boxes. How many?
64.
Yeah, 64. Okay, fastly tell me the name of the pieces.
What did it say?
Tell me the name of the pieces. Do you know the name of the pieces?
What's fishes? You mean bishops?
Yes, piece. I am saying the piece. All the piece. Tell me the name of all the piece.
Pawns?
Very good. And which piece are there?
I cannot see the.
And you name all the pieces, you know that.
You have to name all the pieces.
That one is the pawn?
You don't have to look here. You don't have to look here. You just have to tell me the names. You know all the names?
Okay. Yeah, I know all the names.
Yeah, so tell me the names.
Pawn, bishop, knight, and rook, queen, king.
Well, that's it. That's it. Okay, very good. Okay. So these are the pieces chessboard having. So do you know each piece has its own value point? Each piece has the points. Do you know about that?
What do you mean by points?
Okay, I will tell you. Each of the piece in the chess game has its own value points. The pawn is of 1 point, the knight is of 3 points, the bishop is of 3 points, the rook is of 5 points, and the queen is of 9 points. Okay?
Okay.
I will tell you why the value points are there. Because sometimes we are having option to capture 2 pieces at a time, but we can capture only 1. That's why the value points are there, that which is the most powerful piece we will capture the first. Got it? That's why the value points are there. Okay. So I will tell you some important terms in the chessboard. There are some important terms which you should know. Do you know what is a files? Have you heard before?
What did you say again? I can't hear.
Files, files.
Fines?
File, F-I-L-E-S, files.
No.
Okay, I will tell you. The standing lines on the chessboard are known as the files. Can you see the arrows? These are known as the files. And can you see the alphabet down to it?
Say again, like.
Can you see the alphabets down to it?
Alphabets?
A, B, C, D. Can you see that?
No, I see numbers.
No, downside. Look at the downside. Can you see the alphabets? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
We are only seeing the numbers. The chess, there is an arrow with the numbers, but not alpha.
On the downside, not on the right hand side. Look at
Oh,
the
yeah. Okay. Now you see. Wait a second. I think we need to do a full screen. Yeah, we will do full screen. Yeah, now you see.
Okay. Can you see the alphabets down to it?
Yeah.
So these alphabets indicates the file. Suppose someone asks you which file this one is, then you have to say A file. Okay? Okay, so tell me which file this one is.
This one, that's F.
Very good. Which file this one is?
C.
Got it. Now you got it. What is the file?
Which one?
Now you got it. What is the file? Files are the standing line on the chessboard. Okay? Okay. Now coming to the second one, ranks. So ranks are the sleeping line that go from side to side. Can you see the arrows?
Yeah.
These are considered as a rank. So suppose someone asks you which rank this is, then you have to say 6th rank. Okay?
Okay.
So tell me which rank this one is. Can you see the number?
Yeah.
Which rank this is?
3.
Very good. Which rank this one is?
8.
Very good. So, got the difference between files and the ranks?
Yeah.
So, files are the standing line on the chessboard and alphabets indicates the file. And ranks are the sleeping lines on the chessboard and numbers indicates the rank. Got it?
Okay.
Okay, very good. Now coming to the third term, which is diagonals. Do you know what is a diagonal? Diagonal, you can simply say the straight line that join the two opposite corners of the chessboard. So these are known as the diagonals. Got it?
Yeah.
This is also a diagonal. This is also a diagonal. These are known as the diagonals. Okay. Now coming to the next one, capture. Can you tell me what is a capture?
A capture is to capture a pawn or any piece.
Yeah, very good. So capture means you simply put your piece on the square which is occupied by the opponent's piece, right? Simply you will remove the bishop of the opponent and you will move your rook to that square. So that is known as a capture, right? Okay. Now check. Have you heard it before?
Yeah. Check is to capture the king, and it cannot go anywhere.
No. That is known as checkmate. Check means to simply attack on the king. Got it? But the king is having way to escape. Checkmate means when you attack on the king and the king is having no way to escape. Got it?
Okay.
So in this position, the queen is attacking on the king, but the king is having way to escape. It can go to the square next to it, right?
Yeah.
That is a check. So there is a difference between check and checkmate. Okay. Okay. So as I said that 64 boxes are on the chess board. So each box has its own name. Do you know that? Okay, I will tell you, don't worry. So each box has its own identity in the chess game. Okay. So I will explain you how you have to find the box. Suppose someone asks you that tell me the name of this box. Okay. Then what you have to do, first you have to look at the file, that in which file this is, tell me.
D.
Okay. Then you have to look at the rank, in which rank this is.
5.
So name of this square will be D5. Got it?
Oh.
So now tell me which square this one is.
This one is G
Yes.
and 6.
Very good. Okay, tell the name of this square.
1 G.
No.
2
It's a H1.
H and 2
H1, not 2. It's 1.
1. Oh.
Yes. Okay, tell me the name of this one.
1
First look at the alphabet.
It's A,
A. Then look at the rank.
H, and
Not H. It's
one,
A1.
one, one.
Yes. Okay, now tell me
A1.
the name of this one.
That one is A
Yes.
and H.
No, not H. 8. Simple. A8.
8 A.
Yes. You only once only you have to look at the file, then you have to look at the rank. Okay. Tell the name of this square.
Where C
Yes.
C8
Very good. Okay. One last one we will do. Tell me this one.
This one is H
Yes.
and
Look at the
H.
number.
H and 5.
Very good. So name of this square will be H5. Got it? Okay, very good. Okay, now tell me how the rook moves.
The rook can move forward or backward.
Yes, forward, backward, and it can also go to the right side and left.
Diagonal. Yeah. Right side and left.
Yeah.
It can go in any square, but only on the empty squares. If it wants to kill the pawn on the side where there's another rook, and then that rook will kill it.
So it cannot jump any of its own piece or any of the opponent piece. Suppose your knight is here, then it cannot go this side.
Yeah, we cannot. Only the knight can go. Knights can only jump over.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, sorry. Okay, so suppose if your rook wants to move to the g5 square, then it cannot jump its own piece, right? Okay, and if the opponent piece is here, then also it cannot go here. First he have to capture this, and then in the next turn he will go here, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now tell me how the bishop moves.
The bishop can move on the whites diagonally.
Yeah, it will go diagonally and in the dark squares only.
Oh, dark.
Yes, because this is of a dark square bishop. Suppose there is one more bishop, then this bishop will move in the light squares. Got it?
All right.
And it also cannot jump any of the piece. Okay, now tell me how the queen moves.
The queen can move backward and forward and diagonally.
So you can simply say that queen is a combination of rook and bishop.
Queen is a combination of rook and bishop.
Yes, it can move like rook also, and it can move like a bishop also, right?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Okay, now tell me how the king moves.
The king can only move one square.
Very good. King can only move one square, but make sure that the square should not be attacked by opponent's piece. Right? Suppose the bishop is here, then you cannot move your king to these squares. Right?
Right.
The bishop is controlling on these squares. That's why you cannot move your king to these squares, but you can move your king to these green squares.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Now last one, tell me how the knight moves.
The knight moves like an L. It two steps up
Very good.
and one step to the two steps to the right. I mean,
Yeah.
This
Two steps straight, and then you will turn in the right or left. As it is, two steps straight, and then you will turn in the right or left. As it is, it can go back side also. As it is, it can go in the left side also. Got it?
okay.
So these are the squares where you can move your knight. Got it? Okay, very good. Okay, so we will solve some very basic positions. Okay, where you have to capture the opponent's piece. Okay. Okay, you can use the remote control and move the rook. First, you have to click on the rook.
Look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you have to know directly you can capture it. First click on the rook, one click on the rook, now click on the pawn. Okay, you can drag it. Very good. So now, first of all, tell me, can you capture this pawn?
If we capture that pawn, the rook will kill the queen.
Very good. So which piece will you capture first?
We need to capture the rook
Yes,
first.
to capture it. Very good.
Then we will capture that.
Very good. Okay, so using your bishop, you have to capture all the three pieces. Which piece you will capture first? Think.
Let's capture we capture the horse. Then
If you will capture the pawn, then the rook will capture bishop. So first capture the rook.
rook.
No, this rook.
Okay.
Now attack on that rook with the bishop. Attack on that rook. No, first put it on the E8, which is the E8 square here. So first put the rook bishop to the E8 square. No. If you will put it here, then the rook will capture you. No, first click on the bishop and then click on the rook. Okay, then you have to attack on that rook. So yes, put your bishop there on the E8. No. Wait. Leave it. First of all, tell me which is the E8 square.
E8 is
This
E8 is which one?
This one, right?
Yeah.
So you have to put your bishop on the E8 so that you can attack on the rook.
E8.
Yes. Now you can capture the rook. Now attack on the pawn. Don't capture it. First attack, then capture. So for attacking on the pawn, you have to put the bishop here. Now you can capture it. Okay. Okay. So,
Is it the queen?
yes. Now attack on the bishop first. How can you attack on the bishop? No.
Yeah.
Now you can capture the bishop. Very good. Then you can capture the knight. You cannot capture the pawn because knight will capture you. Yes. Now go close to the pawn. Yes, close. First go close to the pawn. Yes. Now capture that pawn first. No, not this one. Now capture this pawn. Okay, so using your knight, you have to capture the
Queen.
First capture the queen, then capture the bishop, then attack on the pawn. From where you can attack on the pawn? No. B8. Okay. Very good. Okay, one question I forgot to ask you. How the pawn moves?
The pawn can, on its first turn, it can move 2 steps.
Very good.
And on the next turn, it can only do 1 step.
Very good. And how it captures?
So it captures, it captures diagonally.
Very good. It captures diagonally. Okay. That's great. You know some basics.
Huh?
You know some basics. That's great. You know how the pieces moves. Now you got it. How you have to capture the pieces. First you have to capture those pieces which are not protected, and then you have to capture the pieces. That's it. Got it? Okay. One last thing we will do. Okay, so in this position, using your piece, you have to check the opponent's king. So tell me, where will you move your rook so that you can attack on the opponent's king?
Opponent's king.
You have to move your rook.
This one?
Rooks. This rook. Where will you move a rook?
Oh, not there.
Where will you put your rook that it will attack on the king? E1.
To see the king.
E1. Put it on the E1 square. E1, yes. Yes. This is known as check, right? In this position, we will put our queen to H3, which will attack on the king. Okay. Very good. In this position, where will you put your bishop? To the B5, which will attack on the king. That is known as check. In this position, we will give check using our pawn. Yes, very good. And in this one, where will you put your knight? To the B7, which will attack on the king. Yes. Okay. Now where will you put your rook? Wait. Where will you put your rook? B8. Because the queen is protecting it.
Put it on B8.
Yes. Okay. Now you can give check to the king using your queen, but the knight is in between. So we will move the knight. Move our knight. Yes. Move it to the G5. Yes. Very good. So got it? How you have to give the checks? What is the check? Tell me.
The trick is to easily capture the king.
Not to capture the king. To
attack the king easily.
To attack the king, but he should have a way to escape. Right?
Yeah.
What is a checkmate?
Checkmate means to attack the king.
And he is not having any way to escape.
He does not have anywhere to go.
Yes. So that is known as checkmate. What are files?
Files are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're all files.
So there are 8 files. Okay. And the standing lines are known as the files. What are ranks?
The lines?
Ranks.
Ranks. Their ranks are diagonal.
No, ranks are the sleeping lines. The number indicates the ranks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So these are known as files and these are known as ranks.
Ranks.
Very good.